Okay, you're asked to simplify this guy. I don't know if I should be doing this or not, but when you have square roots, think of them as like terms. Like if you have 2 square root of 2 plus 3 square root of 2. I would call these to my students like terms because they both have a square root of 2. We can just add the coefficients to these on the outside. That's going to make 5 square root of 2. Yeah, I guess that's an okay thing as a math teacher to say, because it's just like if this is an x, if this is 2x plus 3x, we'd say it's 5x, right? It's not an x though, it's a square root of 2. It's something where we don't know what the final decimal is. It goes on and on, but square root of 2, square root of 2, those are like an x that we don't know. If we're adding those two things together, then they both have square roots, and you can just add the coefficients. At 2 plus 3 make 5. So basically when you're asked to simplify and you're adding and subtracting radicals, you're looking for those like terms where they boils down to square root of 2, and then you could add them up. So these definitely aren't alike. 48 and 75 aren't the same. But let's see if we can simplify this guy, simplify this guy. My strategy for simplifying a radical is to pull out, I just go for the smallest one, the easiest one to spot. I'm going to rewrite the top one as 4 times 12 because 4 times 12 does make 48. And the big reason I chose to write it like this is because I can get a 4 out of this. The square root of 4 makes 2. So we're going to rewrite like this. It's supposed to be a multiply. The square root of 4 is 2. So we've got this going on. But again, you could simplify the square root of 12 even more, because another 4 can be pulled out. So that's going to be negative 2 times 2. I hope it's okay if I just do that. That's negative 4. And then rewriting this radical with the same steps as above. It's a 4. Break up the radical into both parts of the number. So we know square root of 4 is 2, so that's going to make 8 here. There. We've simplified that whole guy to be negative 8 square root of 3. But some of you might have thought, like, why didn't he just pull out a bigger number? He could have pulled out 16 from what we started with. And that's perfectly fine. You could have rewritten this as 16 times 3. 16 here and a 3 here, because 16 times 3 does make 48. And then you could break up the radical. Square root of 16 makes 4. So my way was just much more long-winded. We took all this and we reduced it to be this. And again, there's shorter ways of doing it. So same thing with this guy. What I'm seeing is a 25. Because 25 times 3 does make 75. I haven't actually changed what I started with. But we know the square root of 25, that's going to be a 5. And now we have 5 times 3 makes 15. Okay, so let's go back down to the other term that we had. All this stuff, this thing here and this thing here, it turned into this thing here and this thing here. This is this, this is this. And now there's that common the like term thing that I was talking about. Square root of 3 and square root of 3. Since these things are like terms, negative 8 plus 5, we can simplify that to make 7. Right? Yeah. Yeah, so this is it. This is the final answer after we've simplified.